Welcome back. Today of the day. Starting today on, I want to say the somberest note today. It is World Multiple Sclerosis Day. That's my best guess on how you pronounce it, even though it's got an L in it! For some fucking reason. Seriously, who let people name these things? And also, who let people make the English language the way that it is? It's one of those disease recognition days. It's one of the ones with a ribbon. I think it's a sort of orange colour. Anyway, that it's a disease, so we're bringing it up and moving the fuck on. Today is also National Mint Julep Day, and I have basically none of the things to make one. I don't have bitters. I don't have any fresh mint. I have the smallest amount of leftover Jack Daniels, which is God, at least 4 years old by this point, because it was from a party I had in college. I'm sure it's still drinkable because it's alcohol and it's antiseptic, but it also might just be vinegar. Point is I don't have the stuff to make a mint julep. Today is also National Creativity Day, not just Creative Day, which is how I read it the first few times I read it today. My monthly notes that I keep on my phone of rough ideas for things had this down for being a potential Jackbox game video, but it's a bit late to organize people, and I'm also not sure how many people I could actually organize at the moment because my Discord is kind of a mess. Today is National Water a Flower Day, and I don't know if Kevin needs water. Give me a second. Well, the mud definitely still seems wet, so I don't think it needs watering. Though it's not looking good for Kevin, unfortunately. I'm really not sure what's wrong. It's not that it's in a bad place light-wise. It's not like it's not getting enough water. I've put food in this lot of water, so it's not that. I don't know what the problem is, but Kevin's just not looking too good. I don't know. Maybe I started overcompensating for something at some point, but I don't know. National Hole in My Bucket Day. Probably referring to the nursery rhyme, but let's be fair, it's not much of a bucket if there's a hole in it. Although there is always that fun game of putting a hole in a bucket, putting a series of holes around a bucket. You got to fill the bucket up and run as quickly as you can and get the liquid into another bucket, and you got to keep going and see it's whichever team can get the most liquid from one bucket to the other, from one bucket to the other, only using the bucket with a hole in it to transfer it is in a certain amount of time is the winner. That's a fun. I guess not party. Maybe party game if you're actually doing it. If your party is a vastly well-planned series of ludicrous backyard games. And finally, it's Loomis Day. Again, no world or national here, just Loomis Day. I don't know why there is a day for NXT star Dexter Loomis, and I would like to make more of a joke here, but I haven't been watching NXT, so I honestly have no idea what the character is. I don't even know what the guy looks like. I just know the name because I've literally not been watching NXT. I've not seen the point. I should go back and watch at least the Matt Riddle fight, but then again I don't have any context for it. And I hear Karrion Kross is a good character in general, and his entrance was entertaining and all black and white and stuff, but I haven't seen any of it, unfortunately. Anyway, those were your days of the day. Join the flock and subscribe. I think I'm still blocking it slightly. Embrace the chaos and change the world. Those are the mantras here. Share these videos as well. It is always very much appreciated. Any influx in views I can get is greatly appreciated, because again I don't get promotion. Don't get any promotion from YouTube because the algorithms are POS. I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.